Hi spooky friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. I am jumping in really quickly to kind of tell you the books that I want to read in October. I don't usually post monthly TBRs anymore. I kind of do it by season. So I've already posted the books that I want to read in autumn and fall, but I want to dedicate a really short video just to talk about the books that I want to read during October, because that is prime time spooky season. This TBR is going to be a lot shorter than my previous ones because of course it's just 1 month and I've read a ton in September, so you will see a September roundup. But October, I don't have as much time as I would usually have at home. I am traveling for like 2 weeks to Canada, so there won't be a lot of reading done in the last 2 weeks of the month, so this TBR is going to be a lot shorter than usual. I tend to read a lot more in the month than 5 books. Usually I'm around 10, so I am kind of halving it because I know I will want to read on the plane when I'm going there and coming back. I will probably have books from Canada that I've bought on me as well, so I will have options. But anyway, I guess let's begin. So the first book on this list is Cabal by Clive Barker. I don't know too much about this book, but I do know that Clive Barker's writing is something that I adore and I have loved. I read The Hellbound Heart for the first time at the start of this year and absolutely fell in love. It's one of my favourite books, and that's really down to Clive's writing. So I found this in a charity shop in perfect condition and knew instantly that I had to pick it up because I want to read a lot more by this author. I think that they will probably end up being one of my favourite authors as well. It's one that I plan to read whilst I'm travelling because I think that it's going to be another 5-star, and I do believe that it is set in Canada, so it would make for the perfect atmospheric read on the plane. And yeah, I'm interested to delve into another story by Clive Barker. Then next, I am going to be picking up a recent book that I hold from the Abominable Book Box. So I will drop some links to other videos if you want to go check those out. But one of the books that I unboxed was Crypt of the Moon Spider. This one seemed really wild and interesting, and it's so short that I thought if it's a creepy little book, would be the perfect time to read it in October. It is set in 1923 as well, so it does kind of have that darker, more gothic vibe. So I'm intrigued to delve into this. Again, I don't read synopses all that much, so I'm not going to delve too much into what it says, but I am really intrigued. Some people have said that it is a strange but really good book, and that they've enjoyed it. This will be the first time that I'm reading Nathan Ballingrud, so I am interested to delve into this one. Super short, so I know I will read it in the month, so I am looking forward to this one too. The next book is one that I posted in my autumn vlog, which is Our Hideous Progeny by C.E. McGill. This is a book that is a kind of retelling of Frankenstein. So it follows Mary, who's like a great niece of Victor Frankenstein. It's set in 1850s, so again another historical story that is spooky and gothic, and probably will be a really interesting read. I've seen a lot of people really enjoy this and say it is super gothic and spooky, so I'm really looking forward to delving into the atmosphere in this book, because the cover is screaming fall, it's screaming atmospheric, so I'm really looking forward to reading this in October. Then I have another anticipated release, and that is So Thirsty by Rachel Harrison. This is a story that I have been waiting for all year. I really love Rachel Harrison's writing, how she writes about the female experience and centers her horror around the feminine experience and what women go through. I really enjoy reading that. and I haven't given this author lower than a 4-star, so she is an automatic buy and I will read anything that she writes. I do need to read The Return, that's the only one, and this book that I haven't read from Rachel Harrison, so I hopefully will read The Return at some point, and then I will be caught up with all of her books. But So Thirsty for me was just one I had to have. It is a vampire story, and no doubt Rachel Harrison will use the vampire trope as a way to explore the female journey. So I'm very intrigued by this book and cannot wait to read it in October. And finally, the last book I have to talk to you about is a book that not many people may have heard of, and I'm picking it up because I want to dedicate a video to reading the oldest horror book, and that book is The Castle of Otranto. That's probably not how you pronounce it. I do have the audiobook for this as well, so I will work on my pronunciation of this title. So this is often cited as being the first gothic horror story, and when I've Googled searched it, this is the book that always comes up. So I'm really intrigued to delve into this and kind of expand on my earlier knowledge of the horror genre. I have recently gone back and read some classics which have inspired more modern stories, and it's very interesting to pull the correlations and see where it stems from and what modern writers take from these older stories and putting context into what I'm reading, and I really enjoyed that. So now I'm diving deeper and moving further into the past with this book, and I'm really looking forward to delving into it, speaking about it on a video and sharing all of the details with you. I do have high hopes. I'm really interested in older horror, so I'm really looking forward to this. And so these are the 5 books that I am hopeful I will finish in October, and cannot wait to read all of these and possibly tell you about them. So let me know in the comments what you're planning to read in October. I would love to know this. It's a bit pre-warning, some of my other videos that are coming this month won't have this setup, simply because I am filming this video after all of the other ones. So I am pre-filming and scheduling just so I am ahead of myself, and yeah, that's to explain any inconsistencies in my backgrounds if you were ever interested in why things look different. But I will end this video here, and do let me know in the comments what your thoughts are. Let me know if you have any opinions on these books, if you've read them, and just tell me what you're reading as well. I would love to have that conversation with you. And until next time, keep your pages turning and embrace the darkness. Bye!